Welcome to Capitalize Your Finances, the podcast that's your ultimate guide to mastering personal finances and unlocking the secrets of entrepreneurship. Each week, we dive into the world of personal finance and business development and have fascinating conversations with industry experts, seasoned entrepreneurs, and thought leaders who share their insights, strategies, and stories to help you get ahead in life. Whether you're a seasoned entrepreneur looking to scale your business or someone just starting out on your financial path, this podcast is your go-to resource for inspiration and actionable insights.
Welcome back to Capitalize Your Finances. As always, I'm your host, Chris Panagiotou, certified financial planning professional, the Cap in Capitalize. And on today's episode, we are going to go over tips for spending and saving money during the holiday season. But as always, before we get into the meat of the episode, the free advice for the week. And this is short and sweet. When in doubt, look internally versus externally within yourself. Now that we've got this advice out of the way, we are going to get into tips for spending and saving money during the holiday season. And before we get into it, I just want you to know that even though this recording is coming out right around holiday season, for some of you, this will be plenty of time. For some of you, it may be too late. And that's okay, because you can think about this for the next holiday season, or even if it's not the holiday season of year end, it could be for holiday seasons, like birthdays or, mid-year celebrations, whatever the case may be. So now you got that out of the way, let's get into some spending tips. And the first one is, and I cannot stress this enough, on budgeting. Set yourself a holiday budget and stick to it. I want you to decide in advance how much you'll spend in total. That means gifts, that means food, travel, decorations, not just presents for a couple people. The whole holiday season budget. And I want you to allocate that money to each category. I want you to treat this like a monthly budget. And when it comes to spending during the holiday season, use cash or debit, not credit, if you have a spending issue. If possible, if at all possible. And the reason why I say this, I don't want any of you to rack up high interest credit card debt during the holiday season. And using cash or prepaid debit card, it just makes it really easy for you, because unless you have the money, you won't be able to spend it. I want you to start, I want you to shop smart, and I want you to start early. I want you to take advantages of sales before December. Use price comparison tools, cashback apps. I know with, and even with coupons, Microsoft Edge and Google, they have these algorithms and tools that you can use where you input if there's a coupon code, and it will scour the internet to find any type of savings possible for you. And please avoid the last minute panic buying. It usually means that if you're reverting to the last minute panic buying, things are going to cost more. Another thing I want you to think about is Secret Santa or group gifting. And for big families or friend groups, I want you to think about maybe the opportunity of drawing names. So each person buys just one thoughtful gift instead of multiple gifts for every single person. Because for most of you, you have a heart, you have a soul, and you want to supply the ones you love with gifts and gratitude over this holiday season. That doesn't mean that you have to buy something for every single person. Sometimes it's just spending quality time. And I can tell you, by no means am I old. I'm 34 as of this recording, but as I get older, the more I realize that, a gift here or there, it may not be as important to me as just spending quality time. I mean, specifically for me, I'm a young parent. And so having a little one and another on the way, a great gift for me is just getting quality sleep. And so, the point with that is don't always think of, oh, you need to wrap something as a gift. It could just be quality time, which leads to gift experiences or do it yourselves. I mean, homemade gifts. And for those of you that know me, personally, I am not a DIYer at all. A homemade gift, it's just not my thing. I'm not a great baker. I can grill a phenomenal steak, but I'm not the best cook. I am not great with crafts. My immediate family, if they're listening to this and think of arts and crafts with me, I mean, they're either going to laugh or throw up because the end result's not going to go well. Framed photos, like they're just not my thing. But financially, if you're trying to save, I get it. Like doing something yourself. And let me take that back. There have been times where I've thought of something heartfelt and I have created something and I've gifted it to probably the easiest one off the top of my head is my wife. I've written things to her before. And so like, I guess, I'm not like completely destitute when it comes to doing things on, on my own. But homemade gifts could be really valuable. One thing in our family that's really big is experience-based gifts. So a dinner, we do like family coupons where you open it up and it's good for one, pick your poison, babysitting or taking, our daughter Abby out. So my wife and I can have just moments of silence together, coffee dates, things of that nature. Gift experiences or things that you do on your own, they're often more meaningful and they're less costly. In the theme of this episode, if you're trying to spend less and save money during the holiday season, that's what it's all about. So now that we talked about spending tips, we're going to take a quick commercial break. And then when we come back, we're going to talk about savings tips during the holiday season. So don't go anywhere. Stick around.
Are you ready to transform the way you approach sales? This episode is sponsored by the second book in the Capitalize series, Capitalize Your Sales, the all-in-one sales framework that saves you from ever struggling again and teaches you how to sell with sincerity, which dives deep into the art and science of driving sustainable growth. Packed with strategies that go beyond surface-level techniques, this book will help you understand what it takes to truly connect with clients, build long-term relationships, and close deals. Whether you're looking to fine-tune your sales craft or break through to the next level, Capitalize Your Sales offers a roadmap to success designed for today's fast-paced business world. Head on over to your favorite bookstore, order today, and start capitalizing your sales immediately. And now, back to the episode.
Welcome back from the commercial break. We talked about spending tips before we went into the commercial. Now that we're back, we're going to talk about saving tips during the holiday season. And the first one that I want you to think about is start a Christmas savings fund year round. Now, this can kind of be similar to setting the holiday budget, but it's a little bit more proactive in future thinking. Even if you put aside $25 to $50 a month into a separate account, whether it's an online savings account or maybe just a separate checking account, whatever floats your boat and is the easiest thing for you to do, that's what you're going to need to do in order to be fiscally successful. And if you start that in January, you could have anywhere from $250 to $600 by December. And that's meaningful. That's meaningful for a lot of people in terms of Christmas spending. Another thing that you can think of is redeeming rewards points. That is something that in the Ponyo 2 household, we love redeeming our rewards. There is nothing better. So, like for us, we just happen to have Capital One for our credit cards. No, I'm not sponsored by Capital One. Yes, Capital One, if you want to come to the table, we would love to chat. But it's one of those things where if we're redeeming reward points for, Amazon purchases or going out to eat, things of that nature, even though you did pay for it indirectly, it feels like you didn't. So it feels good. It almost feels naughty. I don't know why, but it does. But anyway, redeeming reward points for holiday season purchases is a huge win. Huge win. And you could do that and how to do that. You could check your credit card. You could check your grocery bills. You could check for travel rewards. There's a number of ways you can redeem reward points during the holiday season to make sure that you don't go financially backwards. Another thing, this kind of goes against the grain with what I just said in terms of travel, but you can cut back on other areas temporarily. That could mean not traveling this holiday season. You could scale down on dining out during the holiday season. Streaming services you could cut. Impulse buys in November and December to free up cash flow for the holidays. There are a ton of ways that you can cut back temporarily. And not only will you feel proud in doing so during the holiday season, you're going to feel a whole heck of a lot better about yourself come the new year because you're setting yourself up for a runway of success. I want you to track things as you go and just keep a simple note or an app record of what you spent leading up to or during the holiday season. And this has been a theme of the last, frankly, couple months of this podcast, but awareness, just being aware fiscally of what is going on in your financial situation, that's half the battle. And it's going to stop you from overspending and shooting yourself in the foot. And then the last thing, and this is going to sound counterintuitive, but it's going to make sense. Plan for post-holiday sales. There's a number of items out there that you can think of. You could think of decorations for the upcoming holiday season in the future, wrapping paper, gifts for next year. I mean, you don't have to be as extreme as my mom. My mom sometimes will be out for dinner or I'll be over at her house and she'll go, "Hey, I just bought a gift for Abby for 2027. I'm like, we're like not even done with 2025. So what? Like that's insanity. You may not have to go that far in the future. But you could definitely take a play out of my mom's playbook and come January and February, already think about Christmas for the end of the year. And there's a number of reasons why you would do this, but the easiest one is after the holiday season, more likely than not, Christmas gifts are going to be cheaper. So in Christmas themed presents and gifts or trinkets or whatever the case is, I can't believe I just used the word trinkets, but you get what I'm saying. Stock up on those if the storage allows. And even big ticket items like a car. You know, I mean, if I hear one more Toyotathon commercial, I don't know what I'm going to do, but it's engraved in my mind every year. That same lady who I don't know, I'm sure she's very kind, but it's like, hey people, the Toyotathon marathon is here in January. Come get your 0% APR. I don't know, Toyota CRV for 72 months or whatever. No, I'm not sponsored by Toyota. Nothing against them, but anyway, it's neither here nor there. Post-holiday sales are extremely critical, and it's going to help you get ahead in the long run with your finances. So that does it for today's episode for tips for spending and saving money during the holiday season. As always, I'm your host, Chris Panayiotou, certified financial planning professional, the Cap and Capitalize. And until next time, keep capitalizing. Take care. As always, thank you for joining me today. If you have questions about today's episode or any personal finance questions, please reach out to me at Cap and Capitalize on Instagram, Chris@capitalizeyourfinances.com, or via our website, capitalizepodcast.com. If you want more Capitalize Your Finances content, head on over to capitalizepodcast.com and check out our blog, free resources, book, and online course. As always, I'm your host, Chris Panayiotou, certified financial planning professional, the Cap and Capitalize. And until next time, keep capitalizing.
These materials are provided for general information and educational purposes based upon publicly available information from sources believed to be reliable. The information in these materials may change at any time and without notice. Christopher Pandiotu is a registered representative with and securities and advisory services offered through LPL Financial, a registered investment advisor, member FINRA SIPC. Capitalize Your Finances LLC is a separate entity from LPL Financial. Capitalize Your Finances is not registered as a broker-dealer or investment advisor. CRPS conferred by College for Financial Planning. Other companies mentioned in this podcast are not affiliated with or endorsed by LPL Financial or Capitalize Your Finances.